So here we go. The first one up, we're going back to the Urban Meyer situation. And Adam Schefter puts out an article today, this morning, that I quickly want to, glance over, skim through quickly to see how they're all feeling in the locker room now that ding dong, the Wicked Witch is dead. No more Urban Meyer here in Jacksonville. So here we go. Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence said his team's coaching changes gives the locker room, quote, focus and clarity. And absolutely, folks, Urban Meyer is a maniac, folks. Listening and reading everything that has came about and what has Urban Meyer has done this entire season so far with the Jaguars. It was just absolutely manic, folks, kicking his players, saying, hey, dipshit to his players. Like, that's so juvenile. That's absolutely manic. Going to other grown men coaches and calling them losers, folks, and saying, can I see your resume? Explain your resume to me, folks. That is manic behavior. And honestly, I'm a little shocked that people aren't going even harder on Urban Meyer for this, folks. I mean, just think of everything that Urban Meyer has done. What coach has done any of those things in the history of the NFL? You never see Bill Belichick doing that. And Bill Belichick would have the right to kick his players and say, hey, asshole, you're garbage, and make your kicks. And Bill Belichick could literally go up to anybody and be like, what's your resume? Explain and break down your resume to me. I need to hear. Bill Belichick would have the right, honestly, to go to his coaching staff and players and demand all that stuff from him. Urban Meyer obviously does not have that same the same accolades that Bill Belichick does. And we get Bill Belichick not acting like an asshole while having the accolades to potentially act like an asshole, right? So Urban Meyer, a complete maniac here, and now everybody is seeming to be feeling free and loose, and that's why, a little bit of a spoiler alert for folks, we really like betting on the Jaguars this week. Is it our official pick? You'll have to stick around a little bit to the end of the show to find out here, but we love betting on the Jaguars this week, folks. Wink! Wink! Yes? Okay. All right, here we go. Let's read this article quickly and see what people are saying now that this man is finally out and is not terrorizing this team anymore. So here we go, quickly. After 11 months of missteps, mistakes, embarrassing moments, anonymous reports of strife within the coaching staff and between head coach Urban Meyer and players, the Jacksonville Jaguars just want a little peace and quiet for the rest of the year. Folks, yes, peace and quiet in the locker room. People hate outside distractions. If you talk to any NFL coach, the one thing they'll tell you is that we want no distractions in our locker room. And Urban Meyer was actively keeping everybody on their toes, afraid of him. And when I say they're afraid of Urban Meyer, it's not that they're cowering in the corner. These are grown men, folks. These are athletes. These are warriors. They're not afraid of people, folks. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that they're just constantly kind of just looking over their shoulder and being like, is this dude gonna come and fuck with me today? Is this guy just gonna come and have the most backhanded compliment? It wouldn't even be a backhanded compliment because I'm sure Urban Meyer's not handing out compliments. I'm sure it's all just backhanded anecdotes from Urban Meyer. That's how they're afraid of this man, because he's going to ruin the energy, he's going to ruin the chemistry, and just make it a miserable workplace and a miserable environment to be in. That's why they are kind of scared of Urban Meyer, folks. So yes, the Jaguars just want a little peace and quiet. Can you just shut the fuck up, Urban? We are all losing. Do you not think we know that we're losing? Do you think we like losing? Obviously not, folks. Everybody that's been playing in the NFL has been playing football their entire lives, folks. You don't get into the highest level of a sport without having some competitive edge and some competitive spirit. That's why we hated so much when Urban Meyer got brought back into the NFL this season, because everyone was like, oh my God, he's such a warrior and a competitor. He deserves this shot. Oh my God, he's trying and working so hard. Only a true competitive person really could do what Tim Tebow has been doing. Folks, that was driving us crazy the entire year. It's nonsense. Everybody's got that competitive drive if you are a professional athlete. So yes, just please some peace and quiet around the locker room. All right, here we go. Quote here by Lawrence. Quote, he's very even keel, Lawrence said on Bevel. So obviously this is the right decision, moving off of Urban Meyer for Darrell Bevel, folks, because he's even keeled. He's not going to ruin the chemistry and ruin the mojo just around the locker room by terrorizing his players and personnel. So, quote, he's very even keel, Lawrence said of Bevel, who has also served as the Detroit Lions interim head coach for the final 5 games of the 2020 season. So this man knows, hey, I know how to kind of take over when, the captain is kind of ousted in a team sport. So he's got some experience there. Another reason why we are going to like betting on the Jaguars this week, folks. Wink! Wink! All right. Quote, always the same person, never gets too high or too low. That's something that I respect and that I can level with. This is coming from the face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence. This new interim head coach is even keel. Always the same person, not a maniac Urban Meyer who's literally like kind of Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde when kind of things are going good. Urban Meyer's like, oh, great job, guys. Big smile, thumbs up. But the slight start of things going wrong, Urban Meyer turns to, who's the bad one? Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, are they both bad? I haven't read it in a while, folks. I think it's Dr. Jekyll. Oh, no, Mr. Hyde. Mr. Hyde's the beast. Dr. Jekyll, yeah, because he's the doctor. He created the medicine. It's Mr. Hyde that's the beast. So Urban Meyer turns into Mr. Hyde and is like, you fucking pieces of garbage. Y'all cannot play. Who said y'all can play football? Where did y'all learn to play football? University of Phoenix Online, huh? So at the start of things going bad, that's what they were dealing with Urban Meyer. But now Darrell Bevel, even keel, not too high, not too low, wanting to get the best out of his players, and that's how you do it. And Trevor Lawrence says, quote, that's something that I respect. That's something I respect. Folks, nobody respected Urban Meyer. I don't even think anybody liked this dude. The only person that likes Urban Meyer is his daughter. I don't even think his wife likes him anymore because we all know the instance. So Trevor Lawrence respecting Darrell Bevel, folks. And I can level with that. Level-headed, even-keeled, that's what it takes to win a championship. You can't be a maniac and get to the Super Bowl. Name me the last head coach who was a maniac that won the Super Bowl. John Gruden, but that was a special case because, he inherited that good Bucs team, yeah? And John Gruden was still a maniac with the Raiders, and that's why they were still trash. So we are getting maniac coaches here at the NFL, and those need to be kind of cut out as soon as possible. I think we are maniac free. Now that Urban Meyer is gone, now that John Gruden is gone, I don't really see any other maniacs as head coaches. There's really not. Dan Campbell's a little bit of a maniac, but in a different sense, a good sense, where he's very hyped and likes to kind of, be energized, and that's a good kind of maniac. Urban Meyer's the bad maniac. Absolutely maniac. All right, back to the quote here, back to the article. Quote by Trevor Lawrence again. Quote, so I'd say that's the biggest thing that we need right now. Someone that's consistent and just move forward and push past it. Everyone just wants to move past Urban Meyer. Fresh, clean slate where nobody has to look over their backs. It's a good day here in Jacksonville, folks. It's bright, it's shiny. There's it's sunshine and rainbows and daisies and all that. Bees, butterflies fluttering around in the air. No big deal. It's a huge new era here in Jacksonville. All right, back to the article. Quote, there's certainly a lot to push past the hiring of strength coach Chris Doyle, who was accused of making racist remarks and bullying black players at Iowa. Videos of Meyer behaving inappropriately with a woman that was not his wife in a Columbus, Ohio restaurant and bar. The failed Tim Tebow. Okay, yes, we don't have to go through everything that he's done. We've done that in plenty the last couple of days here. Just want to read these quotes by Trevor Lawrence. We're getting more here, so let's read the lead up to this quote. Lawrence and owner Shad Khan both both characterized it as drama, and it undoubtedly had an impact on the morale inside the building and the performance on the field. The Jaguars are 2-11 and are coming off a 20-0 loss at Tennessee, the fourth shutout loss in franchise history. Damn. Quote by Trevor Lawrence, quote, "I wouldn't believe you if you told me this is how the year was going to go. I think the coaching change brings a little bit of clarity to the guys in the locker room. I wouldn't say relief, but I would say just bring some clarity and some direction moving forward." I'll say it for you, Trevor Lawrence. It brings the relief, the sigh. Oh, thank goodness. I don't have to get terrorized by Urban Meyer breathing down my neck, ready to kick me if I do something wrong. Quote by Trevor Lawrence again, quote, "You know we really want to go and finish the season strong, and to be honest, it's been hard the last week with everything going on, and there's a lot of things being stirred up, I think, by the outside too. That didn't help and made things a lot worse. But also everything that's going on. It's hard to be focused and have all your attention and efforts going towards winning the game when there's so many things going on." So, Urban Meyer, obviously the outside, media storm about it all day. It was like every day something new coming out. So I get that on Trevor Lawrence's, part of, hey, media kind of, bringing it to the attention. Now everybody's talking about it. If it's at least kept in the locker room, they can all kind of deal with it internally. But now you get the outside noise, and now everybody, weighs in on it and all that. Alrighty, we got anything else here? I think we can go maybe one more quote here. So here we go. Both Lawrence and Griffin said, quote, "Relief wasn't the right word to describe the atmosphere inside the locker room, but it sure sounded like that's what it was." Last quote here by Griffin says, quote, "I think focused is the right one. I feel like there has been a lot going on, and to see how everybody is focused on what's going on around in the locker room and trying to figure out what has been going on the field and trying to make changes, I feel like that's the right word to use. Then practice and seeing the way the offense attacked the day, it was amazing to see. I feel like we need to see that. We needed that. They needed that, and it's a boost of confidence, and I love seeing that. I feel like definitely the right word is focus. The focus in the locker room is definitely there, and that's where it needs to be. Just keeping the main focus on this organization and the guys that are playing, it's been looking good in the locker room for sure. Why we are loving the Jaguars minus 3.5. So let's just do it now, folks. We've been winking enough here. We've been spoiling it enough here, and that's why we have so much confidence in betting the Jaguars minus 3.5. So one last time, take a look at these NBA betting odds. We're gonna close them out here. Hawks minus 3.5, Warriors minus 3, Valanciunas over 13.5 rebounds. We absolutely love it. But our official pick, this is in our 99% guarantee section, folks. One of our 99% guarantee picks this week is Jaguars minus 3.5. I wish we didn't get caught on the half a point hook here, but we're still going to take it anyway. The locker room, everybody is focused. Everybody is wanting to win to prove their resume to Urban Meyer. They want to prove to Urban Meyer, hey, it was actually you that was holding all of us back. The coaches, the owners, the players, everybody. It was Urban Meyer holding them back. Jaguars minus 3. Everybody is focused in the locker room. There is clarity now. There is a sound-minded individual at the interim head coaching position. No more maniac Urban Meyer on the sideline holding this Jacksonville Jaguars team back. I believe Trevor Lawrence is going to be playing loosey-goosey, hopefully pushing the ball a little bit deeper. Maybe Trevor Lawrence was afraid to push the ball down the field because he knew Urban Meyer was going to get ready to absolutely unload on the man. He unloaded on a kicker, literally kicking the kicker and calling him a dipshit. You think, I'm sure Trevor Lawrence heard about that or saw it going on and was like, oh, well, I don't want that to happen to me. I don't want to get kicked. I don't want to be called a dipshit, so I'm just going to kind of, try to be as efficient as possible, keep my head down, and not try to waver here and get on Urban Meyer's Dr. Hyde's bad side. So a new day here in Jacksonville. Everybody's feeling focused. Everybody's kind of feeling relief, even though they're not using that word. They keep bringing up the word relief, saying, hey, that's not really the right word, but yeah, kind of something like relief. So everybody's relieved. Everybody's focused. Everybody's ready to get it done. Oh, and the best thing, the Jaguars are at home and they're facing the Texans. This is the winnable game, folks. Truly the most winnable game here for the Jaguars at the current moment, and it could not have come at a better time. I just see everything aligning. Urban Meyer's out. Everybody's focused. Everybody's relieved. Everybody's ready to prove it was Urban Meyer the reason why they were losing. I mean, could you imagine if they win this game, folks? Screw the spread. Screw all of that. Jaguars win this game by 1 point, 2 points, 20 points, 50 points, blue points, red points, blue fish, red fish, all that. The Jaguars, the players themselves internally would be like, see, it was Urban Meyer, and they would be so, I don't even know. They would be so liberated. The Jaguars, every single Jaguar player would be so liberated if they could just get the win here and just look at Urban Meyer. Don't say anything. Just look at Urban Meyer, because they all know what they're all thinking. It was that jackass, garbage leader, and maybe a little bit of a garbage human being that was holding this team back. Jaguars minus 3.5. I absolutely love it, folks. Davis Mills. Does Davis Mills play spoiler on a Liberation Day in Jacksonville? I don't think so. We give Davis Mills a little credit for playing his best game last week, but at the end of the day, it's still not resulting into wins. It's not anything threatening, and we're still betting the Jaguars minus 3.5, folks. Love, love, love the pick. Alrighty, so feeling good to kind of exit the article here. And then once again, Shaquille Griffin, who we just heard from the quotes here, another quick quote here, said, quote, "We need a head coach that actually believes in what his players are saying." Once again, we love the input from coaches to players and all that. Last season, Bruce Arians talking to Tom Brady about the draft. Hey, who do you like? Who do you don't like? Tell me about it. Talk to me about it. We're not going to 100%, just, follow you blindly, but we're going to take your critiques and criticism and just overall feelings into consideration here. I love when coaches do that here, and Shaquille Griffin wants the same here. At least a little input. Hear us. Can you just hear us and show that you're hearing us? Urban Meyer was not listening to any of his players because his players weren't winners. Urban Meyer was a winner. So Urban Meyer was like, I'll listen to the winner here, and I'm the only winner. So everybody can shut up and do their job, or you're going to get kicked. Who wants to get kicked? Yeah? Okay, I didn't think so. Shut your mouth and go play football. So Shaquille Griffin just wants a head coach that believes in what his players are saying, not kind of, hawking down their resume whenever they bring up a point. Oh, you think we should run the sweep here? Well, what's your resume? Have you ever ran a sweep? Has your decision of running a sweep ever resulted in a positive play? Because you know how many sweeps I've ran at Ohio State? I have gotten a net yardage of 12 million yards on sweep plays. When have you ever ran a sweep? You haven't? Then shut up and get back in line. I don't want to hear from you. Literally, that's what Urban Meyer was doing on the daily in practice, folks. And then what do we got here? Interim head coach Darrell Bevell on running back James Robinson. Once again, a huge reason why the Urban Meyer was, on the hot seat because, not utilizing his best players and benching his best players and then being questioned about it and then just being like, okay, you can go back in. So Jaguars interim head coach Darrell Bevell on running back James Robinson says, quote, "James Robinson is our starting running back and he will be played as such." So already they're using their players. They're going to use James Robinson this week because he's their best running back. And we believe James Robinson will get it done. He's ignited. He wants to prove Urban Meyer wrong. It's just everybody wanting to go out and prove Urban Meyer this week. Prove Urban Meyer wrong this week. Jaguars minus 3.5, folks. I'm loving it. Jeez. Alrighty.